Good evening here from London. I'm on the roof deck of London Real World headquarters, and I'm saying goodbye to this city and all of these big concrete and glass structures around me, because in 2 days I will be in the jungle, surrounded by vines and insects and a whole lot of nature. And so this is the #1 video log of my journey that I'm going to undertake, and it's going to probably take me months, maybe even longer. And I'm going on a journey of self-discovery. I'm going on a journey inside my own brain, and hopefully you're going to follow me and ideally go into a journey inside your own brain. And this is something I haven't really talked about for a long time on London Real, but this is actually what created London Real, and that's what makes this kind of interesting and fascinating for me to revisit, because I'm going to be going into the psychedelic world. I am traveling to Costa Rica, and I will be partaking in 3 plant medicine ayahuasca ceremonies with the legendary ethnopharmacologist Dennis McKenna, yes, brother of Terence McKenna, who was a philosopher, a bard, psychonaut, known around the world. He is no longer with us, but his thoughts and audio tapes and videos are, and so I have the honor of taking part in some plant medicine ceremonies with Dennis. He's been on the show. He is super knowledgeable about not only the medicines and the effect that it has on the human brain, but also really a great worldview of what we're doing and doing wrong as a human race, and how we're treating the world, and how we're treating each other, and how we're treating planet Earth. And it's something I want to explore in a bigger context, a context of how all of us interact with each other, and this real noticeable increase in tribalism and in the objectification of each other as human beings, and of nature and other plants and other animals that we seem to have this superiority over. And I believe it all comes down to our ego, which on one hand is an incredible thing. It keeps us alive, it keeps us fed. It allows me to build a business out of London Real and be the best I can be. This is oftentimes symbolized with my relationship with Dan Pena, the $50 billion man. Come on, push harder, Brian, do more. I know you can. But I also know that the ego can go too far, and your life can get absorbed with just all about your stuff and your money and your accomplishments. And you find that if that happens, you can become dark and depressed and, dead. And I also had this experience working in one of these tall buildings down here as a banker, nearly drinking myself to death. Before that, in New York City, nearly killing myself with my own heroin overdose, as I talked about in our last movie. And so I know there also needs to be a point where you give back and don't make it about you, and try to be of service to others, as so many of my guests have talked about here at London Real. And London Real's allowed me to do that and get a glimpse at the beauty of being selfless, of getting rid of the ego. And so my life, maybe your life is the same, is this constant pendulum swing between egoic behavior and non-egoic behavior. And the movie that we are embarking to make is the pendulum swinging the other way. And I will be going down to Central America to dissolve my ego over the course of 3 ceremonies in 5 days, which is the most I've ever done. Quite honestly, I'm terrified about going in there. It's going to be difficult, emotional, and painful. It always is for me. And I've never done this much in this frequency, in this kind of setting. And I'm told the medicine is very strong. And so we'll be documenting this. I'm taking the crew down with me, but it doesn't stop at the end of these ceremonies. I want to find out what the plant medicine has to teach me, and I want to try to give ayahuasca her chance to broadcast and talk through me and through the show about her plans for this world, and her opinions on what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. And I want to see where this takes us over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, and what kind of contact I can have with different people around the world to try to make sense of what's going on with us and what the solution is. And so we're calling this film Dissolution, because I will be going to dissolve my ego And I believe that is the only way we can find a way to survive as a human race. I really believe that. And to find some type of symbiosis with the planet that we inhabit, the animals, the plants, all of these things that are telling us things and we're not listening to them. And clearly, we're doing some things wrong on this planet. And I'm not saying everything we're doing is wrong, but clearly we're doing some things that are wrong to the planet, to the environment, and to each other right now. And so I'm going to go on this journey, and hopefully you will come with me. This is something that's going to be massively interactive, and I want you to share your experiences and give me your thoughts, and try to let us know where we need to go next to find out these answers. I've already spoken to some incredible guests on London Real about this whole concept of dissolving the ego, of trying to fight against this objectification of nature, of each other. I've had Michael Pollan on, I've had Dr. Jordan Peterson on, I've had Dennis McKenna on, Graham Hancock, Professor David Nutt, the list goes on and on and on, Rick Doblin. And so I want to pursue this and try to find some answers. So that's what we're going to do. Please join us. There'll be links below. There's a Facebook group. Please join us and tell me your thoughts on everything. Maybe some of your psychedelic experiences, maybe your lack of, maybe if you think this is the wrong idea, maybe if you think they're drugs. No opinion is less important than any other opinion, which is, I think, what we're trying to get back to on this planet. So that's the aim. If you want to learn more about this, you can go to londonreal.tv/dis, D-I-S, and you can see the concept trailer for what we're about to do. But again, this is only the beginning. On London Real, we say it's about the journey. Please wish me well on mine, because I don't know what to expect, and I'm just gonna have to just go for it and be present and just listen to what I'm gonna be told. But I expect it to be some difficult lessons I'm gonna have to learn in a fairly painful way, because that's usually what she has in store for me. So that's the plan. Thanks for listening to this. I'll be trying to post these as much as possible from the jungle on my journey, before and after ceremonies. We'll be recording with Dennis down there, and we'll have a lot more coming in the next few weeks and the few months. But wish me luck. Lots of love to you. Goodbye to London and everyone else. I hope when I come back, I'll be a different person. Maybe not too different of a person, but hopefully some type of a different person. And I hope these lessons can help us all change, because I think all of this global change that we need to make has to happen on an individual level first. And Dr. Peterson said the same thing when he was on the show this last week. We all must look at ourselves in the mirror, take responsibility for our actions, and be the change we want to be, to rip a line from Gandhi. And that's what we really need to do. And that's the symbolism of what I'm going to do here with this film. So lots of love. I'll see you on the other side.